The first rule of YouTube live streaming is to tap the bell to get the updates. The second rule of YouTube live streaming is to tap the bell to get the updates. The third rule is to like. The fourth rule is to subscribe. I guess you don't have to do it in that order, by the way. It's entirely optional. So last night I said I'd be live streaming again, and I said I'd be doing it in Fortress Hill to North Point, but I currently might not be able to do it because I've got to get my second dose of the vaccine today. So instead, we're going to live stream in Central, and if I can, I'll do another live stream tomorrow instead. I said instead 3 times. It's just before lunch hour, so we've still got some deliveries that are happening. Welcome. Seems I have to talk for like a minute before someone comes into the live stream. It's not like Periscope. If I can, Kevin, yes, it will be part 1 of 2, if I can. We'll see how fast I can walk. So here we are in Central. Hello, Karen, again. Welcome back. We're on the other side of JP Morgan. Do you remember last night? We were there. Behind it, on the waterfront. Right. Come on. There we go. I don't know what is brighter, his shirt or that screen. This used to be a Starbucks, I think, and now it's an Australian grill house of some kind. So what we're going to do is walk through Central, up the mid-level escalators, and make our way to Sai Ying Pun. If I'm speedy enough and I've got time, then I will also walk along the harbour front and do it today. If not, I will do it tomorrow after I finish work. Okay? That's the deal. Either way, it's getting done. All of that is brown rice. Nowhere, thankfully, so I can't be bothered with it. I'll get sunburn. I spent my morning watching Star Trek. Can never get enough Star Trek. The Next Generation. Netflix is like, yeah, but you can watch Star Trek Discovery. It's a brand new show. And I'm like, no, never. Never. I'll always watch the old stuff. Give me Mr. Patrick Stewart any day. And I'm slowly getting my computer ready for an upgrade. I watched Schisms. Oh, I've been watching season 6, the tail end of season 6, Kevin. Yeah, it's an interesting podcast. Not very Star Trekky. You know Dr. Beverly Crusher, or Gates McFadden? She's 70 years old, sorry. It's a very low-key sort of coffee shop, isn't it? Minimalist to the max. They must be trying to outdo each other in terms of minimalism. Yeah, I'm getting my computer ready for an upgrade. So I'm clearing out, getting a handle of everything, backing everything up. Oh, did she? What was the reason for that? And then I'm going to take it to the shop. I'm going to show you some steps now that are over, I think they're over 150 years old. So you got these, and you can find these in pictures of old Hong Kong, these unequal steps. I've got an iMac 2017 5K, and then you've got this one here, which is also ancient and seen in old photos, and usually covered either side are obviously the street merchants of the day, and they've kept them, which is nice. I don't think so, Kevin. We're in Central. We've got to. Oh look, there's a tiny Trump, a bandito mini Trump. But you've got to be careful with the way you walk on here. Not exactly 100% disabled access, is it? But yeah, this stonework is over a century old. Yeah. We'll take it to the beginning of it. This one's been repaved, this part. The shops just sell tat. At the moment they're selling lots of masks, badges, touristy stuff, yeah? But there's no school, Kevin. I mean, it's all what's his name? Residential, all the way up. I'm not sure if these are the original trees, but in the old photos, you do have trees at the beginning of the walk up. I think the stonework on the side is the same, otherwise the steps are not. Right, let's get on the mid-level escalators. I haven't been to Central in a while. And for all the talk of shops going out of business, I mean, there's still new ones popping up. That's New York style chicken fries. They have a soft opening, it says there. And if you watch everyone's favourite film, The Dark Knight, the second Batman film, that's where they filmed the scene where Christian Bale is talking to Morgan Freeman. Because he's on the walkway above it. That's where it is. Yeah, that's, now you know where it is. You don't need to ask the question. This is an old market that they've kept, and now they've renovated it finally. So it's the original building, still with the Art Deco style. Can't remember if it's going to be a museum or it's going to become another market again. It has to be a market because it's prime real estate. I'm sure they want to make money off it. I think most of you know the mid-level escalators. I'm going to guess that Karen, do you know what it is? Have you been here before? With me? But anyway, those watching on the replay, this is the longest set of outdoor escalators in the world, and it takes you halfway up this side of Hong Kong Island. Originally it was supposed to be a way to ease the congestion so that fewer cars would be driving on this part of Hong Kong Island, but it didn't actually work out. They realized that traffic numbers didn't go down somehow. So what happens is before 10 o'clock, the escalators and travelators go down, and then after 10 o'clock in the morning, they go up. And then these shops are not exactly typically eye level, but they're eye level with us on the escalator. That's a new one, a watch repair shop, and this barber shop here. There's another new shop opening. Hello, Tim. That used to be a nutrition shop. That was really good. It's gone now. I think it cost 90 million Hong Kong dollars. And this shop I want to go to, but I can't now because I'm live streaming. But over there is another nutrition shop. They've expanded it. It used to just be that. Now it's both of them. Oh, Lush is closed. Lush used to be here. Oh well. What a shame. This construction has always been here. I didn't know what it was before I came. They're counting traffic. This This used to be a prison. This is Tai Hing. You know Ho Chi Minh, the Vietnamese city? Well, it was actually a guy. He stayed here in this prison. So a lot of it's been renovated and remodeled. I would take you around, but there's so much concrete that the signal will kick out. So I'd have to do it in 4K. But it's the original building, built by the British, free entry. Maybe I could do a 4K video. I'll just have to watch it on the replay. Hello, Ellie, from Singapore. How are you? Why aren't you at school? Or are you doing Zoom classes at school? Ellie is one of my students, or used to be one of my students, when she studied in Hong Kong. Marking day for secondary twos. Oh, okay. Well, I've got to walk this bit now. That's annoying. Paula, well done. Caught me live this time. Don't forget, you got to tap the bell. You got to tap the bell and hit the like and subscribe button. Yeah, or just leave your phone open on the YouTube app on my channel, and then you'll get the notification. I don't think it's fair. I've paid taxes for this escalator, and I'm being inconvenienced right now. I shouldn't have to walk up the incline. Oh, the Greek restaurant is still around. Hasn't gone out of business. That's nice to know. I went there one time in my 9 years here. So what are you going to do, Ellie, on your day off from school? By the way, because I'm not on Twitter so much, I'm not really digging deep into world news at the moment. I'm pretty much ignorant for the most part. I'm aware of the Palestinian conflict, playing games like usual even if there's school. Oh, okay. Busy life for the young children. And I get the feeling that Liz Cheney is soaking up all the oxygen, all the available oxygen in the news channels, like as though there's nothing else to report on. But what's this about masks? Biden said if you get vaccinated, you don't need a mask anymore or something. Is that true? Yeah, but what happens if you're a liar? Oh, and as I said at the beginning, I'm getting my second vaccination later today. I'm still wearing one. Why Bayshore? Not that I'm against it, I just want to understand it. Why are you wearing it even if you have been vaccinated? I'm getting the BioNTech second dose. There's a friend, well, I say a friend, someone I follow in Hong Kong is a Filipina, and she shared a video of somebody collapsing, and they got the BioNTech. Matthew's chip shop is just over there. There's a Guardian article I didn't read, but I want to read it. But the headline was talking about how women in the UK feel more anonymous by wearing masks. And I thought, aha, is this potentially a tipping point where a country's culture is going to change? Whereas last year, you know, there was a lot of resistance to masks in the West. And now people are reconsidering the options and recontextualizing maybe the benefits of wearing a mask. I mean, I can fly at any time, Tim, but the software doesn't work with YouTube anymore because there's a ban on Chinese software. So I can't do a live stream, which is a shame. This is actually called Alexandria Terrace. But whoever named it the first time read it backwards because it's the Chinese way or something. That's why it's got such a weird name, Rednexala Terrace. Yeah, you can see it. Alexander. Yeah. But I want to. That's why if you just check out my recent history, Tim, I have done some YouTube videos with the drone, but they're just three-minute music videos rather than take you somewhere for a live stream. But ideally, I'd like to do a live stream. I can't. No, it doesn't work at all. American companies are not allowed to use that software. It's as simple as that. VPN will not get around it. What clanking? Oh, yeah, the humdrum of the mechanism. Yeah, I guess so. Well, there's the sun, Kevin. This is supposed to be really nice. Feather and bone. They sell like organic meats, grass-fed, stuff like that. And there's a restaurant inside, so it's a butcher's and a restaurant. Have you been before, Kevin? This guy's got his garden in camouflage in case the Japanese bomb Hong Kong again. Can never be too careful. So they definitely can't see his grill. Anyway, even though Hong Kong and the Asian cities are more liable to wear masks, it's strange that we haven't said that. As in, oh, if you get vaccinated, you don't need a mask. Oh, what was I saying? I was telling you about a video, wasn't I? So this person I follow on Instagram, basically someone collapsed, getting their second BioNTech, and they put her away in a stretcher. I was thinking, how do they get the video for that? And then someone shouted at her, can't take video. Did he say when? I have talked to him privately. He hasn't given me a date, but he's got to come back to renew his permanent residency. If you stay away for more than 3 years, then you lose the privileges of the residency. So you've got to check in every now and then. I like these old buildings. Give me that balcony on the top. July. Oh, okay. This is when Hong Kong used to make real balconies. Now, if you look at the new ones, you can barely do your washing in them. But it's counted as legitimate floor space, as though it's of use to the homeowner. Right, this is going to be, I think, the last escalator. I've said it before, but if you're new, you would expect something at the top to celebrate its end, but that's not the case. I'm going to put my non-pollution mask on now. It just ends. But then, that's where we're going to go for a walk. Hello, Nicole. We were just talking about you. Right, Conduit Road. It just ends at this. Just ends at this building. That's it. The street is a mixture of old Hong Kong British residences. No, you're not, are you? One day I'll deliberately start a conversation. And you'll have to check the replay because I did. And then you got the new ones. Behind here, actually, there's a good hike. And Kevin, there is a school up here, I think. Behind there's a really good hike. And if the signal's good, I'll try and do a live stream. If not, I'll do a 4K version of it. But you go behind these big houses, and it's not a school. My mistake, it's just yellow. But if you go behind those houses, you can find ruins, because these are the last ones on the edge of the city, basically. Then it's the jungle until you get to the top where the peak Galleria is and whatnot. Just realised there's a lot of Teslas here. And didn't Elon say you can't buy Teslas with Bitcoin now? And he's managed to nuke, what is it, over $300 billion worth of value off that currency? Some people on Reddit were complaining, saying, oh, you should have shut up and not say anything. Because some people's life savings have gone. But at the same time, how does a currency lose over 300 billion of its value just because a man says so? Can't be a very stable currency, can it? Here comes the sun. Oh, okay, don't. Okay. A cloud killed it. I think I've shown you this before on Periscope, but this is the new thing that a lot of the buildings are doing. They're putting a walled garden, a literal garden on the wall. Very easy plants that will soak up the carbon dioxide that isn't warming up the planet. And at the bottom, they made sure to put some astroturf down, which ironically you need petroleum-based fuels to make. Petroleum-based products, sorry, to make. Could have just put some real grass. We were just talking about real grass last night, weren't we? They could ivy the building, but you need something that doesn't destroy the concrete work, don't you? In Guangzhou, there's this lovely building of a whole rose vine. Is there? Well, then that's very nice then. This is one of my favourite parts. When the city gives way to the trees. It is. What is the temperature? It is... Shut up, Siri. 28 degrees at the moment, says the Apple Watch. You can just see the peak. Oh, I can anyway. It's just behind those trees up there. Yeah, they're really into it. Loads of green efforts. I've said it before, but I really wish Hong Kong would take a clue. Especially because of its, well, because of where it's placed. When I left the house, Nicole, it was overcast, and I thought, aha, great time to live stream. There you go. Is that what you're talking about, Kevin? With the ivy on this building here, on this old building. The pace of development is a lot slower, of course, up here. But when they do build these apartments, they build them really freaking tall. You got to cringe at the people who thought they had a great view, maybe even 10 years ago. And now they've got nothing. Because somebody built an even bigger apartment in front of them. Oh, private pool. We can just see the Kowloon side over there. Oh yeah. I mean, look at this one. I've never paid attention to this building before, but there's a car park underneath, of course. Look at the size of those balconies. Bigger than my apartment. Huge. Oh, we're at a pavement. Okay, gotta cross over again. Where are you talking now? This looks like a country road. It's next to Reality Gardens, number 41. It's to the left of Reality Gardens 41. Yeah, super expensive. Easily $1 million US. I could do with that ghost app actually. Well, I have my other phone with me, so maybe we can get some. We can get the property prices. Let's have a look. But they don't do the ghost thing anymore. They updated it, which is a shame. There it is. I think you can come here, Mike. Oh, this Tesla just opened up for me. Right, let's go for residential rent. Let's go to my location. It's a bit slow. It used to tell you where people died and how they died. Right, so we're roughly about here, so let's have a look. Oh yeah, so this is the rent each month. So 1,200 square foot, 52,000 Hong Kong dollars. So divide that by 7. What's that? Well, this one here, 1,400 square foot. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 72,000. I think that was the building that I was in awe at. It's the building is 50 years old. It's got a balcony, maid's quarters. That's a little room for the maid. Clubhouse, gym, pool, lift, pet friendly, sea view, open view, mountain view, city view, garden view, building view. Wow, so many views. The maid's room is with a bathroom. Oh, that's nice. Is located at the back of the kitchen and is suitable for storage. So if you haven't got a maid, you can just stick your stuff in it. It's pretty big. That's what you get for 72,000 HKD, which is about 10,000 US a month. And that's the most expensive one in that group. Let me just look at this one. Yeah, that's the most expensive one. Yeah, they really maximize the space for something that's only 14,000, 15,000 square feet. His license plate is 11111. Shit, you didn't see it because the camera was pointing down. Yeah, just 111. What a strange taxi. Little joke there for the New Yorkers. Don't mind me. Fucking hell, Kevin, is there anything you do not know? Is there any coincidence that you can't take advantage of and make it interesting? Bro, I think you're going to need a new wall there. It's the betting that will fall off in a hurricane. Oh, we didn't realise it would happen. We just don't know, says the lands department. We underestimated the power. And the age of the trees. How long have we been going for? Oh, that's not long. Only 40 minutes. Okay. I'm trying to round it up to the hour. Actually, I'll have you know, he looked Indian. And he had his mask down, so it made identifying him much easier. It made racially profiling him much easier. Bro, you king of the street? He must have lived in New Zealand. Maybe. I think with the money that I've saved up, I could live in that apartment for like 2 months. That's with the money I have in my bank account, not the other savings that I have. Just the loose cash I got floating around in my bank's mattress. 2 months I could live there, like a king. How long would you like to rent it for? Oh, just 2 months. That's all the savings I have. That'll do nicely, sir. When would you like to move in? I don't know. Let me finish crying first. No, I've got some investments, Kevin. I'm just saying. Yeah, I trust the bank completely. So that's where the cash is. It's just in case I need to buy, a new Apple product immediately. Then I can. I hope I'm not going too far. Shit. Because that's the hiking route. This will take you up to the peak. This is the back end of the peak. Maybe one day. Oh shit, I think I have gone too far. I think that's Kennedy Town. The one with the bulb on top. Yeah, I'm going to have to start heading down. Whoopsie. This one time, I was watching some guy do like karate moves on the island here, and I was standing where that woman was, or actually where that lamppost is, and I dropped my pollution mask, and I hiked all the way up to the top, and then I said to Rhea, "Where's my mask?" I had to come all the way back down to get it. I had to backtrack and find everything. Like, what a retard. Yeah, I guess so. Hey Kevin, some guy listened to my Star Trek Voyager podcast and he admitted that I made him fucking cry. You still sell yogurt? I do indeed. I sell it with a H though. I have a regular group of ladies who buy it on a Monday. The office ladies. I've made about $2,000 profit. That's Hong Kong dollars. But I've paid everything off that I invested. When I say that, I mean like the second-hand table, the kitchen mixer, the fridge, things like that. I've paid it all off with the equivalent of what I've earned. And then I put aside the $2,000 in profit, put it in my bank account. I do sell yogurt, homemade yogurt, and I might be getting into getting, you know, all the required licenses and stuff to maybe, I don't know, start a shop or something. Bottom line, I haven't lost any money doing it. Even better if you come to Hong Kong, and I'll share some with you. This is what I don't like. Like, you could just make that grass. You don't need to make it so complicated. I mean, it isn't really a roof. What are we doing with this aesthetic and the concrete and the metal? Just flatten it and just put a piece of grass there and a couple of benches. It would be cheaper and nicer. Nice. Oh, excuse me. Hong Kong tends to overcomplicate things. It's 3 times you mentioned grass, Jonathan. Seems like you got a fetish. Oh. Right, we'll get down to the shops again from here, wherever we come out from. I always forget. I've done this before. I did this on a Periscope live stream once. Actually, a lot of people still don't buy a dryer. You got to think. That's a good question, because I have a client who has almost the exact washing machine, same one as me, but they bought it without the tumble dryer function. But mine is with the tumble dryer function, and it must have cost, I don't know, $400 to $1,000 extra. So barely an extra 120, and they're both working professionals. This is a really good question. So I said to Rhea, like, why don't they just buy the fucking dryers function? And then you save the domestic worker some work. And they said, no. You don't think like that. You're already paying for the domestic worker. So you can just get them to dry your clothes for you. So they don't need to. That's why they still hang it, because they've already invested in a domestic worker. So they'll save money on the washing machine. But it's like, but if you buy the tumble dryer, you're saving the domestic worker work, and then she can do something else for your money. It's like, no. But I remember reading a stat. I know where I am now. I'm actually right where I need to be. Well, it's, in one sense, yes, it's one way to think. Why invest in making the person that you're paying to make your life easier, make their life easier? What was I going to say? What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I read some crazy stat that if all Americans... Why do you have to keep talking about America again? I like that old building. Someone's renovated it and taken out the old crappy windows and updated them with nice flat panels. But if all Americans did their laundry like the Chinese did, outside, hanging in the window, you would save so much energy. But then I was reading into it, and they were saying that drying your clothes outside is seen as poor. And so it's a status thing. So you don't want to be seen drying your clothes outside. And it's like, what? We in the UK, we're always doing it. It's not a status thing, but then the British aren't in denial of their class, of their working class status or upper class, whatever. Class is not an issue because we just accept it. We accept our place in the world. You've got the Tory cunts, and then you've got the Labour wankers, and you've got to vote for one of those two. And if you're feeling frisky, then you go for the Lib Dems, who can't commit to anything really. That is seen as a solid political policy. So yeah, we just dry our laundry outside. We don't think about, oh, well they're poor as fuck and they don't have a tumble dryer. But supposedly Americans do. There are Americans in the chat. Please confirm or deny this, please. I said please twice. But I've seen old Chinese granddads, the ones that you would stereotypically see, you know, in a white shirt, getting sweaty on the bench, and you're like, of course, you'd see them in Sham Shui Po or Mongkok or some lower class neighborhood. But I've seen them come out of these expensive apartments as well, on the Kowloon side, of course. And like, it's not like they fucking care. They're still going to dress that way. Nothing beats drying clothes outside. Although I have a tumble dryer anyway, because I just want to get it done. I don't have someone in my house doing it for me. And at the moment, it's coming really handy because of all the workmen. Yeah, okay. Hello, Victoria. Long time no see. And Jay's probably there watching. Are you holding the phone, or are you watching it on the big screen? I would like to think that you're watching it on the television, on the boob tube. This one's kind of hairy actually. It's a tree that grows leaves in the actual trunk. Let me see if I can get a zoom in. See? On the iPad. Oh, I hope it's a big one. All right, stop showing off. Now it's so quiet here. Let's be a little bit nosy. Let's have a good close look at these apartments and their balconies. Let's see who's drying their clothes. Got a fan. They've got a fan outside their balcony. That's nice. It is, isn't it? We accept the outside drainage. You know what is a twist of irony? We're talking about class and everything. 100 years ago, you'd find poor people hanging out in drainage gutters. And yet the old parts of Hong Kong, where the rich people live, you have open drainage. That one's empty. I wonder how much that is. Let's check out. Where's that app? Let's see if we can get a handle on the property prices here. Has the app met your expectations? No. No. Because I want the ghost function. Right. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm here, as you can see. Let's zoom. So we're just outside West End Park, and we're going to go and look here, which should be this building. Let's find out how much they are. Here we go, 68,000 Hong Kong dollars, and it is only it's 9 feet off 1,000 square foot, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms for 68,000. That's wild. That's nearly $10,000. efficiency ratio of 76. The building is from 1963. Yes, Kevin. Yeah, I missed the ghost function. This is perfect if you're not going to have a baby in Hong Kong. It's a nice little restaurant underneath your house. And that is called the Hoover Mansion, if you want a frame of reference. I don't think they're banned. I don't think so, though I do remember there being an issue about them during some unnamed, unspecified political issues that we're having here. I remember seeing something about it. Vague. Otherwise, it costs a lot. I mean, think about it. You're paying a worker 40 Hong Kong dollars an hour. That's like what? 8, 16, 24, 32. About $5 US an hour. Why would you give them a leaf blower? And then you got to pay for the petrol because there's so many workers here. I doubt the government has thought about the environmental aspect to it. Taxi! But yeah, I don't think they're going to give them that much equipment. The value, in terms of value, just give them a bamboo brush that is slowly eroding over time. Watch it, Grandad. Don't cross the road. Come on, Grandad. Grandad, watch out. Taxi. My dude. Look at this. Come on. Yeah, doesn't really care. He's made it across. Well, it sounded loud on the phone, I bet. On the replay it would sound loud. Right, let's go up before we go down. I want to show you, if you haven't seen it before, this old building. Why do you like old buildings so much? You're obsessed. You can see the harbour just down there, and then another escalator system, although it isn't as impressive as the other one. I was calling for a taxi, the big yellow one. This building here doesn't have a date, but it has a crest on it at the top. Damn it, I wanted a nice slow pan and it had to steer to the left. Yeah, it's stuck around, hasn't it? Someone's bothered to paint it, but there's nothing there, though there was some kind of beauty shop. No, Kevin, I couldn't afford the rent. I'd probably get a factory space in Kowloon. In Kwai Fong somewhere, not Kwai Fong, Kwun Tong. You see, I think it was these trees, but they were cut down a couple of years ago, and it annoyed the locals because they were really nice, and they talked about structural issues with the age of the wall and whatnot. They cut them down, but then the trees have grown back, so that was nice. Right, we're coming up to the 1 hour mark. I won't have time to do the other live stream today, so I'm going to do it tomorrow after I finish work, but it won't accommodate my American viewers. We're doing it about 2 o'clock. And we'll do the harbourfront near Fortress Hill. No worries, Victoria. Thank you for coming. It's the other Pete from Periscope. Which Pete? There's so many Petes. It's barely 2:30, and the school has school's already finished. Good, Beatrice. I hope you can tell that I'm doing things a little bit differently on the YouTube channel compared to Periscope. Somebody said to me in an email yesterday, name withheld, that they don't really care much for the talking head videos, which is fine, because as you can tell, as you can see, I'm not doing many of them anymore. If it's for the podcast, sure. And then there's just the once a month chat video at home. That's all I'm going to do. Otherwise, it's all Hong Kong, Hong Kong, Hong Kong. That includes gardening. I know, Victoria, and I don't want you to stop watching. Am I scaling back on certain content? No, I'm not doing as many, talk to the camera videos, because I don't want to just be a talking head. I don't want to talk about things that are happening in the world. Good luck with your shot. Oh, thanks. Just want to concentrate on Hong Kong, but yeah. And let's not forget, when the software ban is lifted, we can do some live stream videos, because I've got the Mavic Air. It's got like a 30-minute battery life, not an 18-minute one like we had with the last drone. So we can stay in the sky for a long time. I could probably do a live stream per battery. Right? So walking tours at least once or twice a week, on top of a gardening video, anything I want to put out on the podcast that is related, things like that. Right, I'm going to go. I'm going to leave you with the streets of Sai Ying Pun. We can talk about yoga in other videos, of course, but I'm not going to concentrate so much on it unless it's to do with zero waste, right? Okay, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to do that like and subscribe thing if you already haven't, although I'm talking to the committed here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao for now. And I'll find something to talk about Nicole with before she arrives. Bye.